Hello beautiful souls and welcome to my channel. This is Jennifer Trimble and this week we are focusing on what it is to have a success with harmony. Now on most occasions people believe that success is when this event, when someone achieves a goal. It is my belief that what most of the successful people think is the biggest achievement, the biggest success, is the growth that they've experienced throughout their journey to achieving different goals. So it's not just one thing, is a whole journey, a whole process. There are 4 specific categories in our lives, and when we stop paying attention to one of them, we immediately stop feeling balanced. So those categories are health, wealth, self, and social. And let's just start with the first one. Number 1, health. Health has to do with nutrition, has to do with sleep, has to do with exercise. So it is very important that we pay attention to those things. For example, if your energy level is low, how can you possibly focus good in your job, in your work? You've got your business, and every day we need to work on our business. It's not, we're not, just because we work from home in our online business doesn't mean we don't do anything. We have our schedules and we have to be our own leaders. And that takes energy. And because of that, we need to be feeling good. Nutrition is incredibly important. Our body feeds from that. That is our fuel. So it's very important that we pay attention to, for example, by drinking a glass of water every morning before we eat anything, just a glass of water. And every night when we are in bed, just before you go to sleep, just drink 1 whole water. Just by doing that little thing, you're helping yourself, you're helping your body. And of course, by eating a lot more veggies than red meat and dairy products, well, you're helping yourself a lot, okay? Sleep. If we're not resting, our energy level is low. If we're not resting, our brain is not working properly. Our memory is not working good. We cannot understand what we learn properly, and we cannot remember it. So sleep is very, very important. Plus we recharge, and we regenerate when we're sleeping. And exercise, of course. And if you just realize, I'm talking about exercise at the end, okay? First comes nutrition, sleep, and then of course health, exercise. That is always very important, but just always start with nutrition, okay? And sleep. So exercise is, well, I mean, it helps our body have the structure that we have, everything in place, So just imagine your skeleton, and your skeleton, imagine it all straight and perfect, and what keeps it in that position are our muscles. So if our muscles are strong enough, I don't mean that you need to be like 5 hours in the gym every day, nothing like that, but just like two times a week, yeah? If you do that, and that's only in case you like gym. If you don't like to go to a gym, then maybe you like dancing, maybe you like yoga, maybe you like swimming, maybe you like tennis. Oh God, there's so many different things that you can do. So choose one, and practice it. As it was just yesterday that I just began to do some abs and like the whole body, but I did 20 of every exercise, and it's incredibly easy. You just count to 20 every time. And if in case you've got problems with your knees, then you can look for low impact exercises. There is always a way, and you can always ask for someone who has more knowledge about this so that you can exercise, okay? So exercising helps you also because you release endorphins. You feel happier. Again, you can work a lot better when you feel motivated. It just, you feel happy about it, and it's very good to be, you know, leading with the example, telling people that exercise is good, and also be you being the one that's exercising too, you know, because it's very easy to talk, but if you're actually exercising, it makes you feel congruent with what you're saying. Okay? Health, very important. Well, learn, do, teach. It is so important to keep learning all the time. It's really interesting how most of the really successful people, if not all, are people that really absorb books, absorb knowledge. They're always preparing themselves with more and more and more and more. And when you've got your online business, you need to learn more about marketing, about you know, for example, Instagram, about hashtags. You know, you need to learn about websites, about many different things, be it affiliate marketing, about selling online. Like, it's very important that you all the time keep yourself updating. And after learning, you need to do it. Let me put you just one very simple example. Imagine you're pregnant with your first baby, yeah? And you're reading this book about babies and the different types of babies and how to take care of them. And then what happens? Your baby is born, and then you have to do some things, right? You need to apply that knowledge, and of course improvise a lot, because a lot of parenting has to do with improvising, right? So you have to do the things, and you have to, well, through experience, you also learn more, and you have to keep doing, okay? There's not one achievement that hasn't been achieved without action. So we need to take action, okay? It's very important that everything that we receive, we implement it. Otherwise, the knowledge just stays somewhere, just floating. Let's use it. And now, the third thing is teach. You know something, you apply it, and then it's our responsibility to teach. It's our obligation. If we know something that might help anyone change their lives, transform, you know, we need to share that. And I said share, not impose, okay? Or trying to convince someone, not saying anything like that. So, for example, online business, not everyone is interested in, yeah? Is it like amazing, especially in this time of crisis where, as we've seen in 2008, well, two economies were very clear, you know, the traditional economy and the digital economy, and the traditional economy in a recession always suffers, and the digital economy didn't, just actually kept growing, kept going up. And right now we're again in a crisis, and although the digital economy and working from home is really the answer for this, still a lot of people don't really like the idea. So the intention is not to push them. The intention is to share this opportunity with those who are seeking that, you know, with those, I focus in women, in mothers who are looking for that, to be more present in their lives, in their kids' life, and to be, you know, earning their own money and all that. But it's, again, it's only for the women that are ready for that. And when you learn about different things, and then you do a lot of things, again, if, for example, you learn about health, and you talk about that with your kids, maybe they don't want to hear you, yeah? So you don't push that knowledge to them. It's learn, do, teach to those who are ready. Self. Okay. Self has to do with mindfulness, with stress, with spirituality. So when this is something very, very important, and you know, right now, because we're in a time of crisis, it's a good example for me. It's a good time for me to explain it. So as you've seen or heard in the news, a lot of people are panicking. And when we act from a state of fear, we take bad choices. And some people have been acting in very weird ways and have been hurting others. Not just others in the street or in the groceries, but my apologies, my son is having a battle in the kitchen. Anyways, they are hurting people in their homes, hurting them here and here. If you are afraid of something and you share that in your home, then you just, hope is being crashed. All of your loved ones are being influenced by fear, and simply the choices you take are not focused and can hurt everyone. So it's very important that we have a clear mind, that we stop acting from fear. So if we apply this to our businesses, if we are afraid of earning more money or having more clients or having more leads, or if we're stressed out because of that, then it's a lot more difficult, and people are even interested in joining our business, because you know what fear does is that it pushes people away, and no one wants to feel that, right? It's a lot of pressure. So again, meditating is very good. If we meditate every morning, it actually feels amazing that you start your day with a meditation. Imagine just waking up 20 minutes earlier, yeah? So 20 minutes earlier, you wake up and you start meditating with a morning gratitude meditation. That is beautiful. And after that, you wake up and it's like you took your vitamins for the rest of the day. And you start being grateful for everything, because we can be grateful for so many things if we just pay attention. And by meditating, our mind is clear, we can be more focused, and in times like this, in times of crisis, we need to make very good decisions. We need to be focused and just really analyze what is the next step that is the best, the wisest step for me to take. Okay? Socialize includes family, friends, and community. Imagine you just achieved a specific goal and you want to share it with someone, celebrate this. And you know, it's wonderful to have your family to celebrate something, you know. When, for example, recently we just became Australian citizens, and what did we do? Well, we celebrate this with a family. We went out skiing and it was great, you know. When you have many sales in a particular month, you want to, you know, celebrate taking your family somewhere, or just making like inviting friends over, or just, you know, it's so important to celebrate, but it's also important to just simply socialize with them, you know. It's been proven in many studies that this is very interesting, what makes humans live longer, it's actually socializing. When we have long-term quality friendships or relationships, we feel fulfilled, and that's so important. Now remember that when we focus on our business, we want to serve the people that we're focusing in, right? So if I'm focusing in moms, it's important that we get in contact with our communities, that we talk with other moms, that we relate with them. You know, you are a mom, and then your point of view, but what are the points of views of other moms, of other working moms, How do they feel about going out and working and leaving their kids and then going to work and then not being with their kids and then being with their kids and not working? There's a lot of guilt in there. So it's important that you get to know those people. So socializing is very important because you get to empathize with them, with those beautiful avatars, those beautiful people that you're committed to adding value to their lives, to helping them, to support them. So this is super important for your whole success throughout your career, for your success as a person. A lot of people feel alone in those, like for example, a mom that feels alone because she doesn't know if she's being a good mom. This is something that happens to all of us, We question ourselves sometimes, like, am I being a good mom or not? This happens to everyone, every single parent. We're not alone, so socializing is very, very important. So, as you can see, all of these different categories are very important. It's like a yin-yang. We need all of them to really say that we are being successful. It's not just one area or the other. It's all of those together. So I wish you only happiness and success and harmony with your life.